Magic Wand, Triple Branch is the build on Brewmaster. You want to also build into earn a lot of value on Brewmaster, especially since the recent changes where you get, if you die, you get the charge. So then you can ignite them with the Cinder Brew plus earn, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, throw a blood grenade on that as well. Just keep going for it. And quite a lot they can do that.
Looking good.
And something we see a lot at the start of these games, people moving very swiftly towards these twin gates, get up on the high ground, place some observers down, hold a little spot on the map to see where your opponents are coming from, and even a little bit of tri-laning at the start of games too. Really angling for these early first bloods to upset the lanes, get yourself a little advantage early.
You don't know if there's going to be a tri-lane top, tri-lane bottom for a start to try to get a kill. So let's say you go tri-lane on the offlane, you get a first blood. Your safe laner also feels relatively safe. He gets level 2 because 2 supports could be hiding and going for the gank. So he gets like level 2 and then gets to level 3 faster than your support rotates. And it feels like you didn't lose anything. You actually gain in both side lanes.
It can be a nice move. Not happening right here. We've got TSM moving down towards the bottom bounty rune as 4 to meet Zai.
Beautiful.
Big firestorm. A lot of damage. And Bryle, this mid lane Storm, going to be very upset the way his lane's starting now.
I
3
can
bounty runes for Liquid.
How this game is going to be played out if they use the combo like 2 times. Crystal Nova, Fade Bolt, Firestorm. If these spells are maxed out, add 1 Swashbuckle, 1 Blood Right. Team Liquid can get a full team wipe just by using 1 ability. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, just need to add 1 more in there. Just Pit of Malice, 5 heroes, and then throw everything you just said on top of them. Just a little bit of control is all they need. Yeah, that was a tremendous amount of damage. Poor Bryle in there, a third of his HP remaining. I'm trying to get into his bottle as quickly as he can. Up in his top lane, Ari already taking a lot of damage, and you said it can be a bit of a struggle. A little bit of a slow hero. If he gets out of position, he can just get taken down as first blood by Insania.
Oh god, imagine dying to hero that has passive level 1. Use 2 abilities from Crystal Maiden, and that's it. That's all they got. It's gonna be a rough one. We talked about Brewmaster like being weak laner. Shadow Shaman, super slow. Bloodseeker, once they hit level 2, Shadow Shaman's dead again probably. Or even Kasane. They're gonna have Blood Right available. They will have Frostbite as well. Thing about Crystal Maiden is you're not gonna have as much mana sustain as we talked about with those mangoes, because they're limited, and we can see adaptation already. Insania actually putting a point in Arcane Aura.
Yeah, super useful. I wonder if we'll see the dip back into the old meta of buying headdresses and bassies just for that little additional laning oomph to get yourselves through the first 3 or 4 minutes. Like, as soon as we saw TSM TP back up here, they're just immediately spamming their spells, knowing that they need to try and relieve that little bit of pressure from this top lane. Still set at level 1 on the Shadow Shaman, while Liquid both level 2. In that mid lane, you said Storm Spirit, and as we've seen, definitely gets the upper hand in this lane, even though he was behind and took a lot of damage early on. He's 11 and 5, Nisha 8 and 2.
It's a good matchup for Storm Spirit. You don't really possess a kill threat on Storm Spirit, while Storm Spirit can relatively easy kill you. You don't get like the most out of Pango because you can't shield crash, you can't play aggressive with the Swashbuckle. Most of the time you will be using that Swash to get a CS and stay away from the Storm Spirit. This is the lane that TSM needs to dominate. They need to play around Storm and then like gank the side lanes. He needs to be very active because top lane doesn't seem to be going too well for them right now, having 10 CS combined while Bloodseeker has 12 alone. And it's only going to get rougher and rougher.
Yeah, especially if Insania can keep holding this wave back near his tier 1. It looks like he's sentryed the large camp, so no pulls for TSM.
I love that Mickey has Blood Grenade.
Oh, yeah.
It fits the profile. Bloodseeker with the Blood Grenade, by Bloodstone as well.
Yeah, it fits his law. He's stealing your blood and turning it into a grenade, just throwing your own blood back at you. A taste of your own medicine. Brawl trying to get a bit of chip damage there on Nisha. Just forcing some bottle charges. Still 40 seconds for the runes.
His bottom lane, Slark, half HP. He's gonna struggle every single time he tries to square up. Steal some of the stats from Underlord. Will get zapped by Fate
Another
Bolt.
one. Insane.
Yeah, this top lane is done. Like, Ari, I don't think this lane is playable anymore.
Yeah, I might have to find somewhere else to go and Go and call us home. Start trying
He
bottom or
almost
something.
dropped bottom.
Oh, jeez.
Down to like 5-10 HP. Pops the stick, manages to survive, and you can already see the difference. He queues up Hand of Midas. Zai playing underneath the tower. And I talked about Ari not being able to get back to the top lane. Refills the bottle mid. Could have even potentially dive him on the mid lane. Things are looking really rough for TSM. Storm needs to do some heavy lifting because Brewmaster is not the hero that wants to rotate. Shadow Shaman also is going to have a really hard time. So you might need to have like Phoenix double supports rotating, playing with the Storm Spirit, or Storm needs to rotate and make stuff done.
Man, Ari just bought these raindrops and he's already lost 2 charges because Insania comes mid, hits him with Crystal Nova twice. Spending his mana to make you waste your gold. Yeah, what does TSM do to like move these lanes to feel a little bit more comfortable? Is there any way, or do you just have to stick with it and say, hey, we're under pressure, we're going to wait it out, we'll get to our level 6s, get to some kind of item? Is it like Phoenix Supernova's ready, we go fight with a primal split, or?
Yeah, good luck with that. Getting level 6 on Phoenix in a lane where you're really losing. He's 1 CS. Slark is doing relatively okay considering what he's playing into. But needs a lot of time. This is not going to be that Slark that steals a lot of Essence Shift, as we've seen yesterday when EG played against them.
Oh man, that Pakka's Slark was out of this world. I don't even know if TSM will have time to do what we've seen with some of these other supports, where Storm starts rotating, you leave that mid open, you put your position 5 there, get them to level 6. Because it feels like TSM are going to have to bring numbers to every fight if they are getting further and further behind. And yeah, you said it a couple of minutes in. This is a game where Brawl kind of has to pop off. The Storm is pretty much all of the early game catch, gap close, and damage. Try and break Liquid a little bit once the laning stage breaks down.
Roshan is moving.
Off he goes.
Had to check if it was a bug. Maybe. It wasn't this time around. White one. Will TP to the top lane. Because the lane is pushed. He's trying to backstab. Maybe they can get something done. Storm Spirit doesn't have his level 6 yet, so can't really TP and rotate. Insania playing very aggressive here. Let's see if they can punish him.
Yeah, it's another situation here where Liquid know that they're dominating bot lane. They can leave Zai alone. They can leave Nisha mid in the 1v1. And really, the only move, we were talking about it. How does TSM get out of this? They can't stick bot, can't really move into mid. They have to bring a hero top to try and do something. Liquid were ready and waiting for them with 3 heroes there. And now they shift into mid around that 6-minute timing. Look to guard the 6-minute rune.
From Liquid already there. Insania and Boxy mimicking movement from TSM supports. Let's see where the rune is going to spawn. Nisha faking it. Fine. Illusion rune.
Shackle up Insania, get the kill. Finally on the board is TSM. But in comes Nisha with a lift up. They grab Bryle, pop the illusion rune, trying to get this. That was a nice attempt. That was pretty sick. Still going to connect though. And the shield crash, final bit of damage. Bryle very low. Nisha, Boxy both diving to get the kill. Ari and Whitemon unable to save up their Storm Spirit in the area, but not close enough.
Supports from TSM are very sluggish. This is Shadow Shaman we're talking about. If the hero doesn't have boots, he's gonna have a really hard time just moving. You're there like, come on bro, slow down a little bit so we can try to use some spells on you. Never happens. Mango, good Rolling Thunder, good play there. With the Illusion Rune, they finally find him. Storm was a little bit on mana, low on mana.
I don't think I've seen that before, using the Illusion Rune, kind of like we've seen the Yules be used, right? Just a stop in time to try and get an additional crash in there. Force a bit of delay on your Rolling Thunder. Clever attempt by Nisha. Yeah, already Orb of Corrosion, working towards his Diffusal Blade. As TSM bring heroes back up to top. Hisane still level 5. Tagged by the Rupture, the Blood Right dodged, but he's rooted and caught out now. And again, Liquid have 3 heroes up here. They throw a Blood Grenade at Mickey, but he's the Blood Seeker. He loves it. Being burnt a bit by the Fiery Spirits, but he's got 19 1 charges in a Lotus. He's not going to be too bothered by the attempts there from TSM.
Some shared tangos as well. Damage on the side of TSM supports is really lacking at early levels. They don't really provide you with much. Like, these type of heroes are supposed to do well in the laning stage, especially Shaman. But Never happened. They got killed level 1, and now Brewmaster is level 5, going for Vanguard. I don't think I like Vanguard Tomato.
Yeah, they
Can't really
glyphed.
kill him, but Zai, he's chasing. He's giving his best.
Oh, man.
He's trying.
Meanwhile, back in that mid lane, another attempt onto Boxy, but a great rolling thunder from Nisha. Crashes onto Whitemon, gets Ari with that little touch over the cliff top, and take the 2 supports down. Boxy didn't even die. And yeah, down in bottom lane, Zai glyphed the creep wave that Tomato came into. An awful lot of damage with that Firestorm. Not a fun 1v1 for the Slark at all.
Also,
What
one of
is
the
it?
reasons why Underlord is so popular, he has his gates. He has his own gates. So you try to go to Portal, he can be anywhere on the map, pretty much. Zai feeling himself, enjoying this bottom lane. 4,000 net worth and 8.5 minutes into the game. Maybe they can start to put a little bit more pressure here, try to go for the kill. It's
Sunray
just not enough. It really is not enough.
tickling this Underlord. Little piggy there, squealing away. And Whitemon will dodge out of that blood right, get behind his tier 1. But now both TSM heroes pretty low HP, and with the Fiend's Gate, Liquid able to traverse the entirety of the map and get back up to top, so they don't lose out on any map positioning there, thanks to Zai's Underlord. While TSM not only bring this Phoenix bottom, they've got Brawl Storm smoked up and waiting to make a jump. Looks like Liquid have a pretty good read on things, though. They force the reaction, they back up. They know they've got all the time in the world here to keep this 4K lead growing, increasing. They do zip on Zai. Let's see if they can take it down this time. Oh, yeah, a lot of damage. Sunray, magic damage from the Storm. And Boxy couldn't get a telekinesis off there to save him, so a big kill there to really relieve this Slark in the bottom lane.
Zai knew something was up, pulled the creep wave, thought he was going to be safe, maybe with Rubik's Lift and Fade Bolt to mitigate some of the damage, but it wasn't enough. Also now Brewmaster has Vanguard. I don't think Brewmaster is type of a hero that should look into buying Vanguard, unless you're like super dominating. Nisha now in trouble, or is he?
It turns around thanks to Boxy. Now the crash to cancel the TP. Stuns up and then roots the Storm. Nisha still rolling forward looking for more. But TSM have evacuated with what remained of their army. The poor Shadow Shaman and Storm dying so quickly. No chance to react for Tomato and Kasane.
This tower's gonna drop. Team Liquid's so quick with the reactions. They're everywhere on the map. They're putting pressure on all 3 lanes pretty much at the same time. Mickey popping off. Same goes for Nisha. Level 9 on Pangolier. Storm Spirit level 7. And he's going to have Diffusal Blade finished after finishing off this creep camp. If creeps are going to be there. Kind of missed it. Gonna go for this one instead.
He's got a medium count there for him. Now, we've got heroes in Dota, you know, Enigma's one we talk quite often, where the threat of the black hole is often stronger than the black hole itself. You know, you don't have to be using these ultis when you hit 6 as Enigma.
God, if I hear that one more time, I'm going to freaking lose it.
But Brewmaster, and I think Death Prophet, also in the opposite camp, where you get level 6 and you want to be using Primal Split, Exorcism, these big ultis, as soon as you get them, to try and get a foothold on the game. The fact we haven't seen Kasane use Primal Split here feels bad for the Brewmaster player.
Yeah, I'm looking at TSM. 4 of them are farming the same camp. They just farm big camp with 4 heroes, and now farming the small camp. Trying to see where Team Liquid is at the moment. But they're going to be forcing a fight, but they can also be there easily with Fiend's Gate.
There it
They're
is.
coming.
Where are they going?
Stealing
Into enemy
their stacks.
Into the enemy stacks, yeah. Oh yeah, free money. And they smoke up as well, holding this high
know.
ground.
They know that it's there.
Where are they heading? There's another one coming through the portal. Insane is coming. Dire scan. They know someone's on the high ground. They Pit of Malice up there straight away. It's the Storm Spirit, though, and Brawl has plenty of mana to zip off, but Boxy has the Ball Lightning stolen. A quick telekinesis and then the retreat as Kasane going to get
Nisha will find
rolled
him.
upon by Nisha. Finds the Storm mid-TP, and he's going to take down Braille. Oh, yeah. Snipes him out. And TSM, yet again, not in position to defend their Storm, who is the most important hero for them on the map right now.
Things are really falling apart for TSM. Slark has Hand of... Oh, he didn't go for Hand of Midas in the end. Decided to go for Diffusal Blade. I like that a lot. He can't really play for himself. He needs to be active. He needs to play with the Storm Spirit. Problem is, both of your supports are level 5 still. 13 minutes into the game. You also have Brewmaster, who didn't use Primal Split a single time. There's one item that's going to be purchased every single game, I think. That's Pavis.
Yes.
This item is insanely good. 300 magic barrier physical.
Incredibly strong. Both these supports are like, where's the tome, guys? I need experience. I want level 6.
You're
no
looking
tomes
at,
anymore.
if this was a previous patch, you're looking at your mid laner level. Because a lot of the times it does happen if he's not having a good time.
Well, Ari, he's got Serpent Wards now. And they're trying to set up here to maybe spring into action with a primal split. Tomato 1v1 against Zai. Both of them trading blows and losing a fair amount of resources down in that bottom lane. Liquid are bringing pretty much everyone down here, bar Mickey. Just giving up that mid-tier one and trying to boot Tomato out of the bot lane, who swings up top and fights Mickey's Bloodseeker. They're getting a lot of damage on him, but having spent his Shadow Dance, turned into pig mode. Zai's coming. He is ruptured up, and Tomato in trouble in the Pit of Malice. He's just dead. Liquid so quick to respond. And Tomato's overstepping his boundaries so far. Whitemon, he's caught in the Blood Rite, still level 5. Caught out by Boxy. He's stealing Ball Lightning, stealing Phoenix Dive. Just so quick to move across the map. Oh, you've got all this mobility, do you? Well, so does my Rubik.
He went from tier 1 tower to tier 1 enemy tower in a second with Rubik, which is pretty nuts. And now they're gonna steal. Oh no, they're gonna steal Wisdom Rune from them. Insania is level 7.
Oh, it's just one.
Let's see. Yeah, but Mickey picked up one, I believe.
Yeah, Mickey got their own one on the right-hand side. I just saw Insania bottling one, and I thought there were 2 there. I was incredibly upset. And Insania gets the bottle refill and uses the XP rune for himself. Very wise Crystal Maiden. I'm still yet to see the strength of TSM, which is their team fight, because we're still waiting for Phoenix to hit level 6. But Braille is having a go on Mickey over at the Dire Ancients. And he gets the solo kill, in fact. The trouble being now that Nisha's arriving with a blink over the top. The Rolling Thunder hits the once. And Brawl with this Arcane Rune. Plenty of mana to play with, but the controls are coming. Oh, not quite
level
perfect.
1 Pit of Malice only. Couldn't hold him in place. If this is level 2 Pit of Malice, I think Nisha's Rolling Thunder connects again, and then they just burn Storm. This Arcane Rune on Storm really helped them out. They have enough mana to get a kill. Now they're trying to maybe get another kill. Try to find something. Nisha already used his Blink Dagger. This is Pango with no boots. Bear that in mind. 15 minutes into the game.
Oh yeah, just Diffusal Blink. Buys the boots now. Queues up the travels. Zai has already gotten his mech. Arcane's Vanguard, of course, pre-purchased. Gets the pit. Catches Kasane. Still has the Primal Split. That's a lot of damage from Nisha. Has to use the split defensively. Kasane just going to run away with it. So we've not seen it used aggressively. Oh yeah, there's the new Astral
There's the new
pull.
ability. There it is.
The Hurricane.
Poggies.
Dragging Zai around and doing literally no damage to the Underlord. Cyclone him for good measure.
But I take away some of the farm from Zai.
That's the first split of the game. Running away with it. And now Whitemon, he's hit level 6, but he's probably just going to die. Does dive up to the high ground. Insania and Nisha both on his tail. With 500 HP remaining. A swashbuckle, a blink. There it is, Nisha. Quite easily snipes him out. Well, back in the Dire jungle, Brawl and Ari. Again, finding Mickey's Bloodseeker. These are big kills for Brawl to be getting. Catching up in net worth, and nothing Liquid can do there to defend him. While Tomato Slark, Shadow Dance again defensively to run away. The pit not quite in range. And Nisha crashing off the crystals. So can't catch up, but Boxy and Zai, they've actually kept tabs on Tomato here to find him. With Nisha, they do still take the kill.
And I love watching Nisha's Pango. He has some really nice moves, but then gets bounced off random crystal or gets stuck in the most random places that only he knows and manages to do somehow. But yeah, Braille getting a kill. Problem is, Slark is not getting anything. He's really having a bad time. Same goes for Kasane. First usage of the split, not really effective. 2 supports extremely underleveled. Team Liquid, they're just chasing. They know that there's no split available.
Meg, straight on the Brewmaster. From one side of the map to the other so quickly is Team Liquid here. Insania does get jumped, pops the Pavis and the drums on himself. The egg is down and they shackle up the Maiden. It's a Crystal Maiden kill, but it's quite a lot of gold for
Another
TSM
rupture.
there.
No TP on Tomato.
You're right, so Swashbuckle down, and Whitemon having to dive away, doesn't get to low ground, has to use the Sun Ray. Mickey and Nisha, one hit away from death. Oh, they cancel the blink out, but they still get the kill. Boxy will take it.
From far away. It's insane. Like, we talked about damage on the ground that they can deal just by using 1-2 abilities. One Swashbuckle with Diffusal Blade, an Orb of Corrosion, Fade Bolt, Firestorm, Bloodrite. They're down to half HP or someone's dead if they hit them with all these abilities.
You make it sound so simple, and I guess
it really
just is.
In this game, it really is.
Just cast your spells, boys. And it's kind of funny, like the first thing we see, and you point out, you notice that rune battle, right? They cast 3 spells, and they basically kill 3 heroes. The game hasn't changed in the next 18 minutes. 15-5, Liquid with a 10k lead. There's still no signs of relenting with this really aggressive playstyle. I bounce back towards the mid lane, finding Whitemon in the pits of Malice. I'll see what TSM can do to try and rebuff this. They can't show on lanes alone. You know, Tomato's found that the hard way several times now. If the Slark is out there, he's getting ruptured and portaled upon by Underlord and all his friends. Is there a way for TSM to, like, sneak Roshan or do something that gets them back into this? Because Shadow Shaman used to be that hero that goes in with another guy and just kind of steals it.
I'm thinking maybe if it's on Radiant side, because right now Liquid is dire, Roshan is dire as well. Let's see, one day you're gonna decide to kill Tormentor. It's gonna spawn in 30 seconds. Mech Guardian Grease now available on Underlord. That's gonna be sustain against Tormentor. Seems like they wanna probably grab it, give it to one of the 2 lowest net worth supports at the moment. So it's going to Boxy or Crystal Maiden.
Shadow Shaman, Slark missing. I wonder what they're talking about, saying those 2 heroes are gone. Let's go kill them. Where are they? Let's find them and kill them.
That doesn't matter. These heroes are missing. Let's kill whoever shows up.
I mean, right now, Liquid, they don't really see too much on this side of the map. High ground vision is here for TSM around their Ancient, so a decent spot to fight him in terms of vision and how they can get the jump. But just looking at net worth lead, Pango miles out in front, 11k for him, so he's, what, 3,500 ahead of anybody else on TSM. And level-wise, Pango's level 14, Underlord, Bloodseeker 13, then you have this Slark, Storm, and Brewmaster 12, 11, 10, and Phoenix right down at the bottom at level 7, feeling very, very unhappy with the direction this game is heading.
Yeah, also I don't like that he's maxing out Fire Spirits. I think in this type of a game where you're like really having a bad time, you need to max out the Sun Ray. Try to go for like this Sun Ray play, keep your allies alive, because I don't think you're going to be able to get the Supernova off. Wrap around, but they're underneath the ward now. Oh my god.
Hit into the blood, right? They get off the split and the ball lightning at least. So Ari, the first point of contact, dies immediately. Kasane just losing all his Brewlings, though. The poor little pandas. Close to extinction, only one remains in the wild. It's the Earth Panda retreating. And Liquid straight back towards the Tormentor. Steal this away from TSM.
They see Boxy.
They're going to try and grab him with a Storm. Sunray is there. Boxy balls away. Has the ball lightning yet again to escape from danger.
He got the shard while he's fighting. It's going to be like, Pango's not dying. Nisha didn't die a single time this game. Pavis, shield crash on 2-3 heroes. It's going to hurt. He didn't even max out the shield crash, going for a lucky shot instead. More armor reduction. And disarm against... Like, Brewlings disappeared immediately.
They do.
Portal to the bottom lane.
And this is it.
Slark.
They can do this and just like clear one creep wave, or they can go for the Slark if they see him. Boxy apparently knows
body block.
Exactly where he is. Losing quite a bit of HP. And stealing out the Slark pounce. Yeah, Tomato knows there's vision there now. As mid lane, Mickey, the only target the TSM have been really able to get on top of, but he pops his BKB, heals up, the blood rides down, and the damage is good onto Bryle. Ari attempting the TP home. Nothing to stop it this time.
Dire's courier has been killed.
It's not fun. They're going for another Tormentor. first one they killed at 20:30. The other one's gonna die at 22 minutes into the game, so now it's gonna be either Insania or Zai who gets it, yeah.
Yeah.
So Insania gets it for himself. He's super farmed on Crystal Maiden. At one point, he was almost as farmed as Storm, but now if he kills one creep, we'll have more farm than Brewmaster, which is pretty nuts.
God.
Has that Pavis. Boots of Bearing about to be finished in 500 gold.
Ari stealing the haste rune right under Nisha's nose. And in terms of big items for TSM, as BKB from Storm's not coming for another, 3-4 minutes at least. Slark, he wants to try and get his Aghanim Scepter. It does have Echo Diffusal, so can output quite a bit of damage. Staying alive is the difficulty, so wants a bit more of this in and out gameplay for himself. And Brewmaster, we've seen, gone for this pipe, disassembled his Vanguard into it, trying to go Crimson next. Yeah, so no shard,
Nothing.
no blink or anything like that.
No urn. Like, he did have really bad laning stage. Shadow Shaman died, then he died. Looking at the score, 0-2-0. 23 minutes into the game. It means you didn't get the chance to play Dota. You're literally AFK.
Yeah, under the boot of Team Liquid. We're getting a bit of farm time top. As Tomato, speaking of AFK, just standing and waiting for a creep wave to come his way. Please, Liquid, leave me just a creep wave. One creep, please, sir.
Something.
Crumbs. Any crumbs? He immediately pinged as soon as he shows on a wave. Box is like, here. Target acquired. Let's go, team. Oh, Tomato. Oh, Tomato. He does pounce away from the pit. Sunray's there to heal him up a bit. Boxy pouncing in. Nearly has the kill. In comes Ari with the shackles and the Serpent Wards, but they kill Tomato. That's the one they wanted. Serpent Wards cleared out by Mickey. And the Supernova landing, sure, but on the doorstep of the Radiant base, Liquid have no cares in the world. The Brewlings are all dying to Mickey and Zai. They do bouncing back onto Ari, kill off the Shadow Shaman, and nearly slaying Whitemon with just a swashbuckle. They'll dive into the base and get another kill.
I think it's time to call it, Gary.
Yeah.
When it is time, it is time. I like how Nisha tried to bounce him out of the base 2 times in a row, but it seems like the wall is too thick.
5-21. Well, we've seen some stomps in our time, but this is a pretty strong performance. Oh, Bryle, the stolen shackles. He shows on the mid lane.
Level 4.
Okay. Whoops. That's all Bryle can say right now. Yeah, I think you're right. At this point, you're just thinking about game 2.
Probably. One thing I noticed about this patch is the teams do tend to go for Tormentors rather than going for Roshans because they do value it more. Roshan also feels much stronger because of all the buffs. You also need to be at the right place of the map, so you're kind of like wasting time. But if you go for Tormentors, because Roshan is like not near any objectives other than the gates. But if you go for tier 2 towers, you go for Tormentor, you can maybe take a fight, kill Tormentor, kill tower after that, so there's a lot more value to it.
Yeah, it feels so good. Like you're holding a high ground, you're killing the enemy ancient, basically.
You're also choking. This is the kind of new way of choking them out, where they can't get the farm. You kill both Tormentors, your 2 supports most of the time will get shards for themselves. So free gold, then they can buy another set of item, whether that's going to be like Glimmer, Drum, or a Force Staff. And now Roshan belongs to Team Liquid.
And knowing they're so comfortable and so far ahead, they can just get into the pit, take Roshan down, and they've got 3 observer wards out on the map that they can play into. We can already see the Fiend's Gate, the jump from Boxy, forcing Bryle to spend the majority of his mana pool, gets to low ground away from Nisha, ever so barely escaping with his life. But Liquid are again out on the map, hunting for kills that will close this game out. A bit of money for TSM with that tier 1. And they are all grouped in behind Tomato Slug bottom, but you're going to start losing tier 2s now. Multiple lanes pushed in by Liquid with catapults. He's even got this shackle shard, creating the Serpent Wards, helping him push that top lane. And Liquid are coming for your high ground.
They are defending for now. Bryle getting very close to his BKB. That's going to help him not getting targeted by some of these spells. Bit of Malice. Crystal Maiden Root.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're thinking, Gary, you're like, does it work that way?
No, I just agree with you.
No, don't agree with me. On the new patch, there's going to be a lot of wrong things that I'm going to say. It's
Debuff
good.
resistance. I still have to remember debuff resistance.
This is the easiest time to be an analyst right now. If people are watching, go apply for a job because you can say whatever and you're like, oh, it's a new patch. Still didn't get used to it.
Let me just control F that for you. Well, TSM, at least they've taken a step across the river and got on the map in that bottom lane for a couple of minutes. Little morale boost. Still yet to see them take a proper team fight around the Supernova and Primal Split. The potential is there for them to cyclone somebody. Bryle pops his BKB, plays onto
Last
Zai.
and Underlord.
Look how strong and tanky he is. The big slug man now wandering forward. They killed off Ari. And they're chasing Kasani's Brewlings. The Earth Panda dead. The Storm One slipping away on very low hit points. But there we
Misha
go.
finds
The
him.
Aghanim Scepter Shield Crash Swashbuckle takes them down. And a beyond godlike Pango at this point. A DD rune flowing through his veins. And Tomato's lurking in the shadows just off to the side. I don't know what he's up to, but... is he hunting someone from Liquid here? Because he's about to get hunted by them.
He can't even kill any of these supports. They're way too tanky. Boxy has Ghost Scepter, Crystal Maiden, Pavis available, Healing Lotus. Sitting on 1700 HP.
And first lane of barracks for Liquid. Nothing to stop him in that top lane. Still 2 minutes left on this Aegis as well.
Tomato, Bozo Gem.
What is that?
He took
What?
his gem. I don't know how. Did he... What happened? But I see Slark holding Insania's gem.
Oh, he killed the courier. Oh, thank you. So he killed the courier, the gem dropped on the floor and he just takes it. Oh, free gem for Slark. No, there's no response from Liquid there though, right? There's a Tomato laughing at himself. Laughing to himself.
It's always Insania. He's always up to something. He's making these games interesting.
Oh, Liquid. Back into mid lane they go. Pango with the boots of travel. So they've got him. Underlord of this Fiend's Gate, able just to snap across the map quickly and get on top of Bryle. Rupture, telekinesis, force the BKB TP. He zipped a long way away. That's BKB down now for the upcoming team fight.
Down to 7 seconds already.
Tomato farming lotuses. There's still one in the pool. Go grab the last one.
Go for Tormentor again.
What was it? 20 minutes 30 they took it? So there's another 25 seconds here.
I said it approximately. I do tend to lie, Gary, during the cast. I don't know if you know.
I was going to say, so you lied to me.
Let's see. Maybe I was right in the end. Because Team
Estimations.
Liquid also doesn't have clear timing. And here it comes. Ah, it was 30 seconds. Okay. Just rounded it up.
Yeah, you were right. And very quickly dispatch with the Tormentor, and then where are they heading? Down bottom, yeah. Go for the second one. Make sure that TSM are not here, stealing their own one. This one was a little later, though. This one was like 31:40 or something, so they've got another minute to hang around and wait. It looks like the idea is just to push out this bottom lane, boot TSM away from the little farm that they are gathering. Bryle, quite distant, can't join this fight quickly. And the other four smoked.
Has Shard. 4 heroes have a Shard inside of Team Liquid.
Pounds onto Zai. Yeah, good luck. This Underlord is fat. And the poor little Slark was stuck. Nisha not quite connecting with his Rolling Thunder. Straight over the Sunray Supernova we go, but that's clicked down by Zai and Mickey. While they aim for Kasane. Might have to Primal Split, but probably just dies. Doesn't want to spend it. Will lose his life. Wait to respawn and think about the next fight.
I'm always down to play out the game when it feels like it's winnable, but TSM didn't get a single kill in the last like 10-15 minutes, and it also gonna kill your morale for the second game. And it's also a very important game for you because right now you're 1-5 or one. Yeah, you're 1-5, so you definitely want to have this bit of a different mentality coming into the second game because this game doesn't seem winnable for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, what was that win percentage chance? 2% for TSM. I don't know where Dota Plus is getting these numbers. Well, Liquid is going to go for another lane of barracks. Push up to high ground. Everyone's so resilient and tanky. Even if Broil gets a perfect jump into backlines. Struggle to see them doing too much. And Tomato right now, he's just career sniping. Takes out a tier 3 token. The Fiend Gate. Going down to the bottom Tormentor, or the right-hand side Tormentor.
Zai did so much work with these gates. Finally, he receives something for it. Gets the Aghanim shard. He's the last one.
Bryle? Not sure about this one, Bryle. He pops his BKB and balls away, but Nisha's in onto Whitemon. The Phoenix doesn't have a dive anymore, so Mickey will close the gap and kill him off. Bryle, I think, was having a bit of fun there with the Fiend's Gate. We're trying to see where they're gone. What's through this door? There's nothing but pain and despair.
Things are going to get even more difficult if Zai manages to find the farm if the game doesn't end. Get Aghanim Scepter, summon Pit of Malice around each portal so you can't even go through it. Buyback from Phoenix.
Okie dokie. And they've got some good Serpent Wards. And the attempt onto Boxy takes down the Rubik, but in comes Nisha again. Sunray's on him though. A lot of damage from TSM. They're blowing up the Pango. Sunray, Supernova, all used up, and the Pango's dead. TSM defend their base, killing 3 of Liquid. And I want to see how much money they got, because that's 2.5 grand just from Nisha. The 10x streak gone, as it looks like TSM won't find any additional heroes.
They're going to the portal now.
Through the gate. They want to catch up to Zai. Okay, let's see if they can bring him down. The Underlord holding his ground, 1v3. Just walking around inside his pit and his Firestorm, using that shard to good use. And Slark pounces upon him, and the buybacks from Liquid start to come out. Tomato and Kasane now stuck in this top portion of the map. Grabbed up, Whitemon dead, Boxy and Zai make short work of him. Well, Mickey, he's chasing on Kasane. The Brewmaster gonna get scouted out by the Bloodright, rolling on the barrel. Look at it go. See how far he can run away. Because Boxy and Mickey very speedy, quick on their feet. They'll catch up with another blink forward and take down a hero that really didn't belong up here.
They used 2 buybacks inside of Liquid. Let's see if maybe TSM
win condition
can try to go for something. I do like that they're smoking up, trying to go for this type of a play. They know that maybe they managed to have like another big fight before Pango respawns. Alright.
Mickey. He gets off his BKB before the storm can vortex him. Take down Ari. Now Brawl and Tomato and a 2v4 doing quite a lot of work onto Mickey, killing the Bloodseeker. Tomato's still alive inside the Shadow Dance, but caught up inside another Pit of Malice. Boxy and Insania, can they close the gap on him? Because Nisha, he can deal with the storm, no problems. Brawl can get turned around on with another Rolling Thunder Crash. They'll find him, and yeah, Boxy did catch up with Zai onto Tomato. Slay the Slark and a 5-man wipe, as Liquid did use a couple of buybacks.
Look at Insania. He's going into the portal. That was a nice play from Zai. He knew that he's going to be able to catch Slark. Already used his Pit of Malice, but since the upgraded Aghanim Scepter version of Fiend's Gate, he puts it there and gets the root, gets another Pit of Malice on top of him. Now level 20. Atrophy Aura, damage reduction on top of Guardian Greaves. What's the cooldown on his abilities now that he has Octarine Core and Quickening Charm? It's getting ridiculous at this point.
It's like no downtime on these pits, right? You're just rooting people non-stop. Scythe the Vice next for Zai if he even gets there. The lonely push up to high ground. Joined by Nisha. Boxy not able to quite get the grab on Kasane there.
Let's see if Zai uses Portal to get Mickey back into the action. Here it comes.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Bring the Bloodseeker. Straight into that mid lane as Brawl makes the zip on to the Pango. Nisha balling up for a second as this final lane of barracks slowly being whittled away. Defensive Serpent Walls chucked in by RE2, trying to delay this Liquid shove. Another 10 seconds for Roche as Wisdom Runes off on the right-hand side of the map. So there are things for Liquid to do here if they want to be a little more patient. Think about the Aegis, but yeah, 26k lead. They've had this game firmly in their control for the majority of the match. Trying to finish this one off with the final set. Kasane, just no mana to play with at this point. Being burnt by the diffusal blade non-stop.
Constant spam from the abilities. Firestorm, Fate Bolt, X on Zai.
Now, do make the jump on the Underlord, but telekinesis saved. Tomato, half HP just through the Firestorm. AoE spill damage. The Slog's in trouble. The egg is dropped, but the focus from Liquid straight towards it. Whitemond's gone. And there's Pit of Malice causing problems. Slog still stuck up inside it, being permanently rooted, while Braal's caught as well. A double kill for Mickey, and the GG's called as Bloodseeker comes out of his shell for a triple. And Team Liquid take game 1 with ease.
This is very clean from Team Liquid, not even close. TSM, they kind of fell apart the first 5-10 minutes of the game. Team Liquid moving around the map. This Underlord hero needs to get